tie Nano's Leech. Great looking pattern that one of the guides down at Estancia Laguna Verde, Nano Peralta, showed me. I saw this fly the first time I saw it. I said, that's a winner. It's just got a great profile. I'm just loading up the hook here, and I'll explain what I've got on in a second. So I've got a short, stout hook into the jaws of my Regal here. It's a Daiichi 1530. What's important about this hook, besides its short shank, is it's 2 extra heavy. Those fish down in Argentina will straighten weak hooks. And onto the hook I placed a 1/8 inch gold tungsten bead, attaching some black 8/0 tying thread, do 70 denier as well. Just going to cover that hook shank up. Thread's hanging a little bit back from the bead. Then I'm going to take a section of rabbit, zonkered rabbit. This is barred olive. I'm just going to prepare it. So I want to trim off the hide because we're going to make a tail out of this. So I'm going to moisten my fingers, stand that up, and trim that right off. And then I'm going to come in and trim that on a point to ease tie-in. We're going to put that right up against the back of the bead and tie that right down. Make sure that's good and secure. And then we want to make this, going to trim this tail so it's about twice the shank length. You can always trim it up on the water if it's a little long, but it's kind of tough to add to it. So I've stood the hair up, so when I come in with my scissors, I slide them along the base of the hair, trim away, and I haven't trimmed away any of the rabbit. Now I need to make a dubbing loop. Rabbit in my mouth. Just a short little one. So I pulled the thread down about 3 or 4 inches, brought it back up, started winding the thread backwards, rotate that loop up to the top, and secure it right back to the base of the tail. This closes the loop up nice and tight. I'm going to put our dubbing twister in. Then I'm going to take a clip from a magic tool, and I am going to take the rabbit and trim off a section of it roughly approximately equal to the width of the magic tool. So I just come in, stand this up, get the rabbit hair out of my mouth. And I'm just going to come in with my magic tool like this. And then I'm going to trim away carefully. I trimmed away the hide, so all I've got is the tips. So then we pop our head in. So I pop the tool in, open it carefully, and I transferred it. Can push it a little bit. And then I'm going to start spinning slowly, because if I spin too fast, I run the risk of throwing all the rabbit out. And then I can actually, once I've got a hold of it, spin the tool below the pinch, and when I let go, it's going to travel all the way up. Give it a good spin again, let go, and I've made a little rabbit fur hackle. And before I dub, I want to just get in there and pick out any of the rabbit that's twisted around, and come up, and I can actually moisten my fingers a little bit and start to sweep that back so it behaves just like a regular hackle. We're just going to wind that forward, chase it wraps, one wrap right in front of the other. Trying not to trap any fibers down. Take that right up. We're not quite up to the bead, and that's fine. We'll tie off the rest of that dubbing loop. Trim away the excess. Moist. Take our brush again. An old toothbrush works well. We're just going to brush this. That just frees any fibers down. And then we'll wind back on it a little bit, just to further sweep those fibers back. And then we'll take a little bit of copper Flashabou. Again, I've cut a notch in here, so I can reach in, pull out a couple of strands, hopefully. Package is well and truly worn. There we go. So we'll take one strand. I'm going to bring my bobbin up close so you can see. I'm going to lay this strand of Flashabou onto the bobbin, equal sides, equal length on each side. Make sure my bobbin is right up behind the bead. Slide it off. Secure those two strands down the near side. Trim them even with the tail. Moisten everything to keep everything together. Take our another strand of Flashabou. Do the same thing. Equal amounts on either side of the bobbin barrel. Rotate that round to the far side. Secure it back along. Again, trim it approximately even with the. And to add another element of movement and contrast, we're going to take a webby dyed olive hen saddle. Just going to strip away the fluff. Tie this wet fly style in, so I'm going to hold the feather right across from myself with the most prominently marked or convex side of the feather tied in place. And we're going to reach in and grab our hackle pliers, which are always the last thing I seem to forget to bring out. So we're just going to take a half-turn positioning wrap. Then I attach the hackle pliers when I'm sure the feather is facing the right way, it hasn't twisted. Come up, and I'm just going to pre-sweep those fibers back, and I'm going to put about 2 wraps of hackle right in front. Around, there's 2. Tie it off. Disengage, fold back.
Enjoy that.
And I've swept that back. I'm going to grab that tip section. Broke off. Okay, that's cool. And we'll just wrap that back. That's all that's left to do is a little Peacock Ice Dub. A little collar to finish it off. I'm just going to dub that, moisten my fingers, and dub it around. Dub a little collar. A little super glue on the thread.
Hello.
Tuck that right in behind. Whip finish. The tying portion of Nano's Leech is done. And we're just going to come in with our dubbing brush. Going to hold everything out of the way. I just want to pick that out, see if I can get some of those diamond dub fibers to flow back into the rest of the fly. And that essentially is the finished Nano's Leech. Great looking little fly, and it really works well. So there you have it. You get all these materials at the Confluence Fly Shop.